Hello, welcome back. Today we'll continue our learning with Captivate 12 and we're going to be looking at multiple choice quizzes today. So where we are is on the left hand side toolbar over here for creating new content. Under the plus, you're going to have the ability to add in past all these content slides. All the way down at the bottom you've got these question slides. Multiple choice, true false, matching columns, short answer, as well as putting things in order in sequences. Now these are all automated and it has all the built-in quiz functionality automatically added in there. You can do this stuff manually, but through interactions and just customizing the entire page, you'd spend a lot of time on it and get the same result. And this also has a final page of results that has a bunch of statistics based on performance. So that's interesting. So today we're going to click on multiple choice, and that gives us something that looks a lot like this right here. So a lot going on this page. Let's walk through it. So first of all, your question would go here, and this, just like any text box, you would have the ability to customize it with your WYSIWYG properties over here. So you can do that. The word question 1 of 2, and then that will show up like here's another one, question 2. That's automated. You don't have to worry about that. You might be able to edit the display of that. So you'll have that, and then you've got your options, either your responses right here. And again, these are also just text, so you could still use your WYSIWYG style of how big, what color, all that kind of stuff for text over here. If you click on just the back page, this accesses the quiz-related properties. Okay, so first of all, for this question, how many answers do you want, right? Answers, right? Do you want 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want, as many as you want. And when that might be important would be, well, is this a multiple answer quiz or a single answer quiz? All right, and you get to choose on that. And it doesn't have any effect except for the answer, right? Everything else is the exact same. The equivalent of a radio button versus a checkbox in HTML. So choose the number of answers you would like, as well as whether or not you would like to have them shuffled every time it displays. Okay, if you don't like the bulleted notation, you can have it numbered as well. All right. And then also for attempts, do you want to give them single, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many number of attempts? I think after a certain point, it becomes kind of futile. So, maybe a couple attempts might be good. You can give some feedback as well. I'll recommend that. And then one of the things you're going to want to do up here at the top, you've got the ability to decide, is this an actual graded quiz that counts towards something, or is it just a knowledge check? And the only difference whatsoever is whether or not it's counted towards a final grade. All right, so if you have a requirement, 80% of the quizzes must be passed in order to get credit for the course, you could do that. All right, otherwise there's no difference. So pick on that, and then also down here underneath the number of attempts, you have whether or not you would like a time limit for the page to be completed before they have to submit by that amount of time, and that's true whether it's graded or knowledge check. No problem. And then if it's graded, of course, you're going to want to pick how many points if they get it correct, yay. And then if they get an incorrect answer, is it penalized or is it just 0 points? Because you get to decide that one. And then at some point, these are your choices, and at some point you choose which one is the actual answer. And depending on whether or not this is a multiple answer or single answer, you're going to click on answers, and you will be able to decide which is the correct answer. If this is a single answer, you click the answer, you click done. If this is multiple answers, you would click whichever ones are correct, click done, and that's it. That does the grading. Okay, so let's keep on sliding down here a little bit. Because it is a page in Captivate, you do have some design options. For example, if you wanted to have images to go along with your questions, you could choose one of these. And then because it's a Captivate page, you have a little bit of ability to add components as always. If you don't like the card look, you just like the regular background look, that's in there. As well as there's a couple of quiz-related buttons that show up, or that can show up. I recommend having those included, and that would be on there. Okay, and while we're here, so because it's a quiz, whether it's graded or ungraded, feedback is going to be vital, right? That's even if it's graded, your quizzes can still be learning tools. So why not let them learn through that by giving good feedback, both if they get it right and if they get it incorrect. Okay, so what we do is, this is under the caption right here. It should be under feedback, but it's not. So if you just click, it'll have the word show there, and up pops the correct answer. Okay, if you click on that, what happens is it takes that feedback line of text, and it lets you have multiple states of it. Okay, the correct state is what you're seeing right now, and so this is just a text box. You could type in whatever text you wanted to right here. Okay, there's also an incorrect one. So there's what happens if they get it wrong. And so what you're going to want to do is anticipate the common mistakes that they might make. And if you think they're most likely going to miss this quiz because of a very common reason, then go ahead and anticipate that in your feedback, right? Unfortunately, at this time, in this version, you can only give one constant level of feedback, so you kind of have to anticipate that up front. So you can customize that a little bit. Those are under states, okay? And let's keep going down here. Okay, so a couple of buttons down here. So if it's graded, okay, then you're going to have the ability at the very bottom to decide whether or not it's actually reported to the final grade results page. If you don't want it, if you want them to take the quiz and it is graded right there on the spot, so it gives them, you know, right or wrong, you can leave it graded. But if you don't want it to count towards some kind of ultimate result, just click the unreport right there. So that is the big stuff. Let me just show you the quiz results page. You don't have to do anything for this. The moment you add in any quiz, this pops up, and you can move it around. That's no problem, but you can't really customize it at all. It's kind of given, and it just gives you the final results of the quiz based on how they performed on that. So let's go look at what this looks like. I'm going to preview, and we'll see if we can get. All right. So here is our quiz. I guess we didn't take any quizzes yet. So I had one quiz. Okay, what does H2O stand for? Oh, that's the name of a fruit. All right, I will submit that, and you can't see that, I think, because my thing is in front of it, but it says thanks, try again. We could have customized that feedback, and so let's clear that, and let's try that again. Formula for water, yes, stands for 1 molecule of water and of hydrogen and 2 of oxygen. Click yes to continue. So that's what it looks like on the front end. So that's multiple choice or single choice questions for you. Enjoy.